So in today's video, I'm going to do a quick comparison between WWE 2K19 and WWE 2K20. Before I get into it though, I just got to ask you guys, if you can, watch through the entire video. That'd be great. It would really help me right now. I'm on the push for 4,000 watch hours. So that would really mean a lot to me if you guys can stick around as long as you can. But let's get into it. WWE 2K19 versus 2K20. First things first, let's talk about 2K19. 2K19's been out since 2018. And this is not a fully polished game. Like, this is not WWE 2K14. It's not SmackDown vs. Raw 07. It's not Here Comes the Pain. To me, it's the best WWE game for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One generation. This goes back, of course, WWE 2K15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So out of those 6 games, I would say WWE 2K19 is the best. For me, the gameplay was just, it wasn't too slow. It was playable. The graphics are just incredible. I would argue that the graphics on WWE 2K19 are better than the graphics on WWE 2K20, but that's just me. I'm not sure how live you feel about that. And I will say that WWE 2K20, it's a lot more playable than it was even 5 or 6 months ago. A big thing for you guys to consider is that WWE 2K20 online is not supported. Online mode, you're going to have to play WWE 2K19. The servers are going to be shutting down on 2K20 by the end of 2020. Early 2021. So for 2021, we're going to have WWE 2K Battlegrounds and WWE 2K19. Those are the 2 WWE games that you can play online with your friends. The main reason for me making this video, I'm sure some of you are asking, well, don't you own? Like, shouldn't everybody own 2K19 and 2K20? Like, why are we talking about this? Well, 2K21 got shelved. WWE 2K was just like, after what happened with 2K20, the mess of a launch, we're going to shelve it. We're going to come back for the next console generation. We're going to come back fresher than ever with WWE 2K22. Apparently, I'm hearing rumors that they're looking at like a No Mercy-like engine. So we're going to see what happens with that game. This video is for those of you out there who don't own either wrestling game, who are thinking about picking up a wrestling game that maybe haven't touched a wrestling game in a while and want something to play, or a little bit bored with the pandemic and with Christmas season coming around, with all the sales that we have now. During the holiday season, the big box retailers, GameStop, Best Buy in the United States, wherever you have abroad, PlayStation is going to be doing their digital sales along with Xbox. So now is a good time to really pick up a new game. Me personally, I'm still playing WWE 2K19. 2K20, I'm still one of those people that's getting glitches. And I know a lot of you are going to say that you're playing the game just fine. And that is great for you. If the game works fine for you, if 2K20 runs fine, enjoy it, be happy. Don't put some negative comments in my video. I'm happy for you that your game is running fine. I really am. But a lot of us out there, WWE 2K20 is just not running properly for us, so that's one big thing to consider. In all honesty, I would probably recommend, I would say 95% of you go out and buy WWE 2K19. I don't think WWE 2K20 is worth the money. Right now, in American dollars, GameStop has it for $27.99, but I know that the PlayStation Store, come Black Friday, is going to have WWE 2K19 on sale for pennies. Right now, it's $59.99 in the PlayStation and Xbox Store, but I know that price is going to go down when the Black Friday launches for PlayStation and Xbox. But I'm going to say, if it comes down to price, and you don't have enough money to spend $59 on WWE 2K19, I would not advise that. I would advise you to take your chances with WWE 2K20 and just get it while it's on sale, because the disc version of 2K19 you can only find for Xbox One. So PlayStation 4 players, you're going to have to get it through the PlayStation Store. I checked, I cannot find the disc anywhere aside from eBay and Amazon and other third-party sellers. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of a comparison between the two games and their game modes and what to expect in terms of gameplay. Like I said, 2K19, their online servers are going to be working through 2021 up until the release of WWE 2K22. So that is a major point. I have to reiterate that. On top of that, with WWE 2K19, you have this Daniel Bryan showcase that is really fun. It showcases his whole career, going back to when he retired, his WrestleMania moment at WrestleMania 30, all the way up until his big return when the doctors finally cleared him. I've had a ton of fun on this game mode. I played it through at least 3 times. Minimal. And the WWE 2K20 showcase isn't all that bad. It's centered around the 4 horsewomen, around Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, and Bayley. So if you're a fan of that, maybe picking the WWE 2K20 up just for that game mode might be worth it. Then there's the Creation Suites. The Creation Suite is slightly more in-depth on WWE 2K19 than it is on WWE 2K20. It's something that I've noticed. Like, there's a few things missing from 2K20. Just a few minor things like create a championship and create a preset move. And then there's some small things like Kurt Angle doesn't remove his straps, Big E doesn't remove their arm straps during matches. So if you want a more in-depth creation suite, I would again suggest WWE 2K19. And then there's story mode, with your my player, your creative player. I really like the WWE 2K19 story mode, just a little bit better. The thought of like you're an indie darling, that's what this story is all about. You're an indie darling, you're going out there handing out flyers, you finally make your break in NXT, and then you go all the way to the WWE Championship picture in the main event of WrestleMania. WWE 2K20, the story mode is pretty similar, but it doesn't have the same roughness that the 2K19 gives me. I enjoyed the come up of the wrestler. WWE 2K20, you're a man and a woman, you're playing both, and the culmination is the Hall of Fame. It just feels kind of rushed. The story mode just felt incomplete. And lastly, let's talk about the general gameplay. WWE 2K19, it plays a lot smoother for me and just about everyone else. You're going to have no glitches whatsoever. I can't say no glitches whatsoever, but you're going to have 1% of the glitches that there are in WWE 2K20. WWE 2K20, it's just a mess. I mean, what else can I say? You have wrestlers looking deformed. Create a Wrestler crashed a lot of people's systems. It wasn't even like you couldn't even create a wrestler for some people, and their Xbox was crashing, their PlayStation was crashing, and we all just wanted a fun game. Also, the change of controls on WWE 2K20, I've talked about this in prior videos. It's just not what it was. It's just not good. They changed up the whole reversal button, Irish whip, like everything just feels so different in 2K20. I didn't like the button change. The departure of Ukes really hurt this game in WWE 2K20. My final verdict is just to buy WWE 2K19. Don't waste your time and money on WWE 2K20. Just go for the game that you know is going to be the sure thing. Don't take the risk. Don't risk that you're going to be one of those people that's not going to have glitches, because chances are you probably will if you buy WWE 2K20. Viva la